contact rear. This is when the tail end Charlie spots the enemy behind us. He will immediately shout contact rear. We will once again fan out exactly the same as we did for the contact front, lay down maximum fire, pull back as we did in the previous contact.
At the beginning of the mission, the team were carrying hefty Bergen backpacks with every conceivable bit of kit for any eventuality. But these were abandoned at the LUP and OP positions when they went on the run. All they have now is their operational waistcoats and their webbing belts. So how do they hope to survive off their belt kits when they still have a journey back to safety of over 40 kilometers through hostile territory?
When surviving behind enemy lines, you'll carry approximately 350 rounds of spare ammunition. You have grenades for the 203s, white phosphorus grenades, fragmentation grenades. You have 5 magazines, which is on your belt kit, GPS, a normal compass and a whistle, your weapon, your TACP, which is a tactical beacon, ground to air, right angle torch, which also has a small button compass at the bottom, a waterproof bivvy bag, a couple of spare rations. This one is beef burger and beans, my favourite. Lovely jubbly. An infrared strobe, a day-night flare, a couple of water bottles and a metal mug, a decent knife, various tourniquets, decent pair of scissors, a couple of sets of forceps, blister treatment equipment, sutures, 2 different types. You have to stitch yourself up, a broad-based antibiotic, a little saw, collapsible. Some small pieces of rubber, burns for a long time, you can get your fire going. I carry this bottle, which has got a purification system inside it. This is good for about 150 litres of water. Magnesium block with a striker. Tampon. Break this open, get a little piece off, use your flint, strike it, you get a nice little fire from it. Various survival bags, small knife, a wire saw, a heliograph, a spare button compass, fishing hooks, wire for making traps, a multi-tool, a head torch. I carry neoprene gloves, even if they get wet, they still keep your hands warm. The basic belt kit, followed by your operational waistcoat. Into this and this goes all this equipment.
Although they've shaken off the enemy, a number of hostile contacts have left ammunition in short supply. Yet as long as they can maintain a decent pace, they should make their helicopter rendezvous. Mac has fallen victim to one of the world's most indiscriminate weapons. They are sleeping soldiers that will kill and maim anything from civilians to animals. Landmines. Anti-personnel mines come in all shapes and sizes. Some are as small as a woman's powder compact, others the size of a house brick. All are packed with the material to create lethal shrapnel that maims and kills. Unlike soldiers, they stay on duty long after the fighting has stopped. Mac may have been blown up in our enactment, but in real life he is John McAleese, holder of the military medal and an expert in explosives.
Okay, what we've got here, it's a American pineapple anti-personnel mine. Touching any one of these 3 little prongs, whether from the top or from the side, it will trigger the mine to go off. Designed to maim, not to kill. When the mine explodes, it's basically a hot piece of the metal flying everywhere, and this causes trauma to the lower limbs. What we have here is a Yugoslavian mine. It's used quite a lot in Kosovo. Normally operated by a tripwire, which we can see here. Very difficult to see. I'll mark it so you can get the idea of what it's like. Normally troops will come along. It's normally between ankle and knee height. Trip this wire. It only takes 5 pounds to 8 pounds of pressure to release the trigger on the mine, and it will detonate and fragmentate in a 360-degree arc. Right, what we've got in front of us here is an anti-tank mine. If we just peel back the earth, we can see what we've got below us. Plastic coated mine. Okay, what we've got on top of this mine is sort of disarming switch. Basically, it's twirled round onto the plunger, which prevents the plunger from going in and igniting the mine. The mine's placed in the ground, safety pins pulled out, the thing is armed. Along comes the vehicle, tank, APC, anything like that at all, goes over the top, boom, goodbye the boys. What we've got here is a Valmiera 69, produced in Italy, and they've been banned by the Geneva Convention now, but there's still millions of them all around the world. When this is triggered, what happens is the mine actually erupts out of the ground to about 2 metres and sends out metal in a 360-degree arc, killing, decapitating, maiming. Very naughty weapon. There's still millions of these, that's why we're getting children and animals blown up all around the world, causing maximum damage and destruction. A disgrace.
In our mission story, Mac stood on a blast mine, about the size of a small tin of salmon. Its nickname is a toe pommer, which doesn't belie the fact that it has shredded Mac's leg. So how will Eddie's team extricate themselves from the centre of a minefield with a major casualty? The only way out is the way they came in. They must retrace their steps exactly. Every inch of ground has to be precisely checked for any mines or tripwires that were narrowly missed. Getting to the injured man and extracting him is a major challenge, and any false move will create another casualty. The wounded man must be carried out. Mines are often designed to maim rather than kill. A dead man is no longer a drain upon resources, whereas a wounded man ties up huge amounts of personnel. Not only does he have to be extracted from the battlefield, he will need vast amounts of medical treatment for the short, medium and long-term future. The team now have to find a safe place where Patrol Medic Pete can treat the mine blast victim, whilst Eddie and Johnny take up defensive positions in case of attack. The enemy are highly likely to have heard the explosion. The impact of the blast has ripped right through Mac's leg. A patrol medic customizes his kit depending on the nature and size of any mission. In this case, the kit needs to be light, but sophisticated enough to deal with the horrific injuries associated with combat. With the casualty still breathing, the priority is to stem the flow of blood from the leg, using a variety of sterile dressings. Excessive blood loss could lead to death. The medic also needs to stop any chance of infection by dirt and debris from the mine blast. During the treatment, the casualty will be conscious, but in a state of shock. Field dressings are standard military issue throughout the British Armed Forces. Compact in design, they are carried by all personnel as part of their basic kit. The next priority in a trauma situation like this is to secure circulation. The medic needs to get an intravenous drip into a vein before it collapses. This is also critical to ensure a good drug route into the body. Throughout the treatment, the medic must always be ready to grab his M16 and take up a defensive position should the patrol come under attack. Needles carried by combat medics are designed to gain immediate entry into a vein. They are twice the size of those carried by ordinary paramedics. Pete sets up an intravenous fluid